guys you want to lift it up and
joining maybe some of the other loggerheads out here that are going to spend the summer. These were rescued in Cape Cod Bay last fall. A couple of the folks that actually rescued them are here, and they're going to get a chance to let them go. The others were, one of them is actually from Martha's Vineyard.
I mean, some of you see it as
I know.
Yeah. And there you go.
We have our own technique.
Yeah, I know, it's really nice.
We're just playing for the show.
Yeah, very cold.
A cold night.
It was late. What was it?
Adam, are you okay?
It was like we had flashlights. I don't know. Everything was flashlights.
And what time did you go out? Do you think?
I mean,
I don't remember. We were doing like every high tide for Fisher, Ryder Beach. Yeah.
And what was the weather like? Do you recall?
It's always cold and windy.
Yeah, December. Yeah.
And when you found this particular turtle, do you recall? Well, obviously you had to lift it.
Heather found it.
Actually, what happened was right before we found that one, we found a really big, like 70-pound turtle. And so Anne was working on getting that turtle back. And so I was sort of lingering behind, and I actually saw that turtle in the surf. Well, I was sort of caught in the surf, so I had to wait for the surf to recede a little bit, and then grabbed him and pulled him up, and then we both put him on a sled, and
So what's it like to see him get released?
Amazing.
Oh, it's amazing.
So
it's amazing.
great. Yeah,
because when they're on the beach,
full circle.
Yeah, when they're on the beach, they look half dead.
Yeah, it looked like he gained a lot of weight, which is good. He looked a lot bigger. He wouldn't have fit on our sled. he fit on one of the little orange plastic sleds, and he would not have fit this time.
So a lot of volunteers have little adaptations they make in order to do the rescue. You know, you mentioned the sled. Do you have like a little plastic toboggan kind of thing?
Yeah, that you have to put logs or rocks on, or it'll blow away.
Yeah.
So.
So does this make it kind of worthwhile being a volunteer to see it come full circle? A lot of times people don't see their turtles get released.
Oh, we would do it anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We would do it anyway. So.
Yeah.
Drop them. Okay. You're both going to want to do it at the same time. Okay. So if you want to do a 3, so right up there, do a 3 count.
Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
I'll pull this out.
Do we put them down?
Yeah, you can put her right down on the table. Just really need to make a clear path for the water. Oh my God.
Oh, Heather. He's doing pretty good, huh?
Let's over on the left. Just let the turtle get down to the water.
Yeah.
Very good. He smells it. He's like,
The walls of the
don't stay till December.
My name is Connie Marigo, and I'm from the rescue department at the New England Aquarium. And we just finished releasing 5 loggerhead sea turtles back into the ocean. These were turtles that stranded back in December as a part of what we call a cold stunning. So every year as the water temperature and the surrounding waters around Cape Cod start to decline, those turtles are not able to sustain themselves, and they end up becoming hypothermic, and they wash ashore. And so the folks at the Wellfleet Audubon are in charge of doing the beach rescue, and they collect all those turtles that come ashore and they send them up to us at the New England Aquarium. So our job is the rehab part, and so we do a health assessment. A lot of these turtles were treated for pneumonia. That's a pretty routine part of being hypothermic and being that cold. They'll end up with a bacterial or fungal pneumonia. And they also have other problems, infections, other things that they need care, other issues that need care, I should say.
And do they get, it takes a long time, this is a long time to release. What's sort of being done as like sort of day to day after they're out of an emergency state, and why do you wait until now to release?
Good question. What happens after the emergency state is continuation of therapy. So in humans, pneumonia can take roughly a month to heal, sometimes longer. But in sea turtles, they just do everything slower. It's usually 2 or 3 months at least on meds for that type of pneumonia, depending on the severity. In addition, some of them will have bone infections, eye problems, fractured shells. All of this just takes a long time to heal. And so we periodically examine them, routine blood work, routine radiographs, which is just an x-ray, so that we can monitor their injuries and make sure that they're healing. So another thing we did today is we satellite tag these turtles so we can start to understand after a rehab like this, pretty lengthy, do they survive? And so far the current data that we have is suggesting that they do. So that tells us that we're going the right direction with our program.
Any idea how many loggerheads you've satellite tagged already?
Not that many. That's why we're focused on loggerheads, is we want to build up a sample size large enough that we can actually examine those data and then publish our findings.
So any of the ones that you've seen so far with satellite tags, is there any sort of pattern that you've seen? Do they head directly offshore after release, or do they hang around?
We don't have enough to say what they, quote unquote, will do. So that's half the reason, or some of the reason, why these were satellite tagged today. But from all of the tags that we've put out, some turtles actually do go out to the Gulf Stream while others hug the coast to warmer waters. So the goal is to get to warm water. Whether they go to the Gulf Stream or south really doesn't matter. There's good forage in both. So we're trying to understand, is this a preference thing? Is it a species thing? So there's a lot of other questions aside from survivorship, but that's the main question.